If you have already gotten started with print on demand or you're looking to get started, probably one of the main questions that you have is, how do I properly set up my Printify accounts, or what settings should I have put in place in order to make sure that my Printify and Etsy store are connected and everything is going to flow smoothly. So today I'm going to walk you through all of the steps of setting up your Printify account and connecting it to Etsy so that you can easily create orders in Printify, publish them to Etsy, and then they are automatically fulfilled. This has got to be one of the best and most efficient business models on the internet today, and that is because Etsy has 93 million buyers that are ready to buy from them, and the Printify integration makes it completely seamless so that you are able to list an item one time, and that item, if it is a winner, can go on to generate you thousands and potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is really a simple process once you dive into it, and it is not rocket science, right? Once you understand the simple steps that it requires, then you can do those simple steps day in and day out, and this can truly become a fail-proof business. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop over to Printify, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do.
All right, so I am over on Printify, and if you aren't set up with Printify yet, there is a link in my description where you can sign up 100% free, and this is going to be free forever. The only time that you actually pay for anything is when you sell something on Etsy, and then you're going to pay for the wholesale price to have it shipped to your customer that already paid the retail price. So you will be in profit straight away. Now there is a premium upgrade, and I do have a coupon code for you in the description box below, and I'll show you where you can put that when you're ready to upgrade, because when you start making sales, you're going to want premium, because at that point you're going to be saving a significant amount on the wholesale price that you're paying for the product to ship to your customer. Printify has over 4 million sellers around the world using this platform, and I have been using it for a very long time, and I absolutely love it. It is essential to my business. So go ahead and get started for free. And it's going to take you through some onboarding questions. And then once we're inside, I'm going to show you how to navigate this website and all of the settings that you need to be a successful print-on-demand Etsy seller. So first and foremost, we have the catalog, and you can sort by bestsellers, holiday picks, new arrivals, eco-friendly, made in the USA, and then of course you can sort by men's clothing, women's clothing, kids clothing, accessories, and home and living. There are so many different products to choose from. I personally mostly sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, and mugs, but I did a tutorial recently on candles, and I have been doing a lot of research on candles that I plan to add into another one of my stores. So these are going to be the focuses on my channel here. However, feel free to research and jump into any of these different products. And then you can scroll down and take a look at some of the different featured products here. And this is really exciting. This is one of the most efficient ways to get started with a business on the internet and create yourself a long-term asset. So now that you understand exactly where to find all of the products, we're going to go ahead and jump into the settings that you need to put in place so that you can automate this process. So up here at the top right, we have the settings. So this little green bubble right here, you can click on settings, and then you're going to see all of these different tabs on the left-hand side here. And the first thing that comes up is the setting options. So depending on which country that you're in, you can use the imperial system if you're in the United States. I would recommend opting in for product launch announcements, updates, and tutorials. And then for frequency and formats of invoices, you can just select upon payment or monthly. So I would just do a monthly summary. Next, we're under My Payments, and this is where you want to link a credit card, and you will need a credit card to pay for your orders here, okay? Because your customer is going to come to Etsy, buy on Etsy. The funds that the customer give you will stay in Etsy until they're released to your bank account. So in order to pay for the product that you're purchasing for your customer to ship to them, you're going to need to pay with it on a credit card, which you will link right here. I have my credit card hidden, but this is right where you would do it. You can also top up with PayPal. However, I highly recommend doing a card that gives you cash back. That's going to be the most efficient way to do it. And I recommend paying off your credit card as soon as you get your funds from Etsy. Otherwise, there's chances that you may max out that card and then they won't be able to charge you when you have an order. Under My Account, this is where all your personal information goes. My Files will be all of the designs that you upload will be located here. And then under My Stores, this is where you're going to add your store. So when you click on add a new store, you can see that Printify actually connects with Shopify, Etsy, Walmart, which is new and that is super cool, Squarespace, eBay, Wix, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, PrestaShop, etc. Now, I personally only use Etsy, so you should have an Etsy shop set up. If you don't, I'm going to link for you down below a link where you can join Etsy or set up your shop and get 40 free listings to start. If you just sign up here or just go to the Etsy website, you're going to miss out on those 40 free listings, so that's going to save you a lot of money. Then once your Etsy shop is set up, you can click connect right here, and then it's going to take you through some verification steps to connect your shop. So I did have this connected to an old shop. I just changed the name because that shop isn't relevant anymore. And I have opened so many Etsy stores that you guys, I literally failed my way to success. I failed at so many Etsy stores and I just had to keep learning, keep testing things and, looking to other people who have had success in order to finally see success myself. And now that I realize it is so simple. It is literally one of the most simple things that you can do. There is a science to it. And once you understand it, you can open as many shops as you want and be successful in every single one of them. So now what we're going to do is click on settings. And then we're going to be able to put our store name right here, hit save, and then we're going to go to the ship from address. Okay, so if you do not have a PO box, I would just leave this on Printify default. And so basically, if one of your customers has, say, an issue with their address or something happens with the package and it ends up getting returned to sender, that's just going to go straight back to Printify. Now, I personally would recommend setting up a PO box and doing a custom address. So if anything happens with any of your shipments, it's going to come straight back to you. Otherwise, you're most likely going to lose that package if it goes back to your print provider. Now, this isn't a requirement. I wouldn't let this stop you from getting started. If you can't afford a PO box or if you just don't want one, no worries. I personally do have a PO box and I use it here. Next, we have preferences, and this is all about order routing. So occasionally, something that you're selling in your store might be out of stock or have some sort of an issue with the print provider. And so at this point, you can reroute that to another print provider. And I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. So you can enable this to automatically reroute to a different print provider. Personally, I don't do this and don't really recommend it because different print providers have different prices and all sorts of different things, which I'll go over with you in just a moment. So I personally want to be able to select the print provider that I send my order to if my original print provider cannot fulfill that order. Now we'll scroll down to order approval. So this is when your orders actually go into production. So do you want to manually approve the order? So every time you get an order from Etsy, do you want to log into Printify and push that into print, submit it so that they can get started on the order? Or do you want your print provider to automatically get started 1 hour after the order comes in? Do you want it to be automatically started after 24 hours or automatically at a certain time every single day? Now, if you are doing any kind of custom orders in your store, I highly recommend putting it on manual, because you don't want to risk one of your orders getting sent into production before you've had a chance to customize it. So if you're doing any customizations, put it on manual. I wouldn't even do it automatically in an hour. I would either do 24 hours or at a certain time every single day. Getting a lot of orders, you should go ahead and put it on every single morning, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever you think, right here. Now, automatically in 24 hours, you can do if you are getting less orders, and give you a little bit of a window for your customer to write you and back out, right? Because sometimes customers will write you and say, hey, my kid accidentally placed this order. Hey, I accidentally added several things to my Etsy cart and I didn't mean to purchase this one. Or, hey, I changed my mind. And if you send it straight away to print, you're not going to be able to cancel that once it's pushed through to your print provider. Now, if you're getting a lot of orders, these are going to be charged to your credit card right away. And some banks do not like if you're getting so many transactions throughout the day. So that's when it would be best to have it at a certain time every single day, say 9 a.m. And then you'll just have one charge for all of your orders once per day. This is a really important tab right here under preferences when it comes to the order routing, the order approval, and then we have the order view settings. You want to make sure that you're doing show all orders. Any orders that you are making inside of Printify and publishing them from Printify to Etsy are going to show up in my orders. I'll show you all of this in just a moment. So under my orders, that's where they are published from Printify. Now, there's also an other orders tab, and this is orders that come in that have not been published from Printify. So this would be the case with custom listings that you make directly on Etsy, group listings that you make directly on Etsy. And I do have full tutorials for that entire process that I'm going to link in the description box below this video. So those are going to go to my other orders, and you're going to have to edit those orders and customize them before pushing them to print. So if you're doing customizations, I would go ahead and click this one. If you're not, then you can just click this one if you don't want any other orders coming into your Printify account. Now, tracking notifications, I would make that tracking available to your customer as soon as it is available. And so your print provider will update that and it'll be transferred automatically to Etsy, so your customer will know that their item is on the way. Now, if you have an order that's going to be significantly delayed, I would check send orders to production manually, so then you can either update your customer that it's going to be late and get the go-ahead from your customer, or you can select a new print provider. And you can leave this checked if you want updates on all of your orders and their production status, and make sure that you hit save so all of your settings are in place. Okay, so now we are under the orders tab, and this is where all of the orders that you make in Printify and publish to Etsy, when they come in from Etsy, they're automatically going to show up right here. These are all manual orders that I placed myself, things that I have actually shown you guys on YouTube. I come in here and order in this demo account. So instead of this saying manual, these will be orders that are coming in from Etsy. And then we have other orders, and as I said, these are orders that you make on Etsy and they weren't published right here in Printify. Now, if you have a store where you're doing print on demand and handmade orders. All of your other orders, even the ones that you hand make, are going to show up right here. Now, when you are ready to actually do Printify Premium and upgrade, you can find that under the settings here and payments. And then we're going to scroll down to where the coupon code box is. Here it says earn more with Printify Premium. So you're going to get 20% off of products that you are ordering from Printify. So that's going to give you more revenue every time you sell an item on Etsy. And so this is going to be $29 per month. And if you use my coupon, Angie30, you can add the coupon there. That's going to get you 1 month for free. And if for some reason this isn't working, just let me know in the comments down below. Sometimes it has to be reset, but for the most part, it should be working, and that's going to save you a good amount of money there. Now, if you ever need help with anything on Printify, or if you have any questions whatsoever, they have their live chat right here, and I have to give their chat props. They are super helpful, super polite, and they're always available to assist you. So definitely be sure to use their support. There's also a help center right here at the top right, and you can type in anything that you're looking for, and there are so many great articles in here about working with Printify and how to have the most amount of success. So definitely go through some of their guides and articles, and you will literally find everything that you need to know. And of course, I do have a 7-day free Etsy bootcamp linked down below, along with tons of other resources to help you just crush out print on demand. And there are so many people opening stores right now with Printify and Etsy, making sales in their first week, their second week, their first month, right? And it is really exciting, right? Some people struggle in the beginning to start getting in the flow with making good designs, but if you stick with this over the next year, people are creating full-time incomes doing this. So why not you? Right? My disclaimer is always, I can't guarantee your income because you have to be a good student and put in the work, and there are so many variables. However, if you commit yourself to being a student and learning everything that there is to know about print on demand and selling on Etsy, you too can crush it. So I hope you found this video extremely helpful and you now understand how to navigate Printify and all of the settings that you need to have in place in order to automate the process. So as soon as you get an order from Etsy, it's transferred straight to Printify. They will print it and ship it to your customer within a couple days. And do the listing once and it can continue to bring you thousands of dollars over time. That is what I like to call a passive income machine. Yes, you do need to keep listing and stocking your store, but those are simple, daily, repetitive tasks that will create you long-term assets.
So I hope your account is all set up and ready to rock and roll now and get you some amazing results. And from here, one of the #1 keys to your success is sticking at it the long haul. And the best way to stay motivated and stay inspired is to join a community of like minds. So I invite you to join my 7-day free Etsy bootcamp with the link directly below in this video. And from there, you're going to be able to join my free Facebook group and connect with others on the same journey as you. So you can have that support and that motivation and inspiration to keep going. Success is there for the taking, it's there for you, and all you have to do is commit yourself to the process, be a great student, and you too can reach whatever goals that you have in mind with Etsy and print on demand. I'm going to link my full Etsy playlist here so you can dive more into this topic. So make it an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.